Hey guys, so I'm Krisha. I'm a tarot and Akashic reader, if you don't know me already. If you've come across this video, then there's gotta be a reason, because I've been asked to put it on YouTube and not on Instagram where I usually do. And it's quite a long and very clear message for anyone who is confused about two options. This could be two options in your career, in your life, could be to do with anything, could be two people, could be to do with your love life. It could even be in a situation where if you're thinking about committing to someone and you're not sure whether you should go with them or whether you should stay with your family. Yeah, this is for anyone who is confused right now or is feeling indecisive about something. There are two options that you're seeing right now. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that you are kind of stuck between these two options. You clearly love them both. You have some sort of attachment to both of them. There are pros and cons to both of these options, which is why you're really struggling to make a decision and you have no idea what to do. You could make a pros and cons list. You could think with your logical mind. Your logical mind will say something else, and your practical mind, that's one side. Your spiritual, your emotions, that's one side, and they also keep interchanging. There's a lot of confusion going on here. Yeah, I feel like both of these options are equally important to you. You have gained something from them, especially if this is a part of your career. Then yeah, definitely have gained something from the current option that you're going for and the one that you're thinking about going for. Okay, this is why I said this can be confusing for anyone who isn't in this situation, but if you are in this situation, then it will make sense to you. Okay, so it's sort of like a coded message, and I don't think it's a coincidence that it's coming just before Janmashtami tomorrow. So yeah, it's a very, very divine and blessed message. Okay, so for the first option, what I'm seeing is that you have really enjoyed this option. Okay, so if you're in a job, then that means you've really learned a lot from it. You've come to a place where, you're feeling settled, you're feeling happy, you're feeling comfortable where you are. I feel like some of you could even be mothers who have maybe sort of taken a break from their career, focused on maternity. Yeah, that card has come, so it's the Queen of Pentacles. So that's why I feel that some of you are in that situation. There's a really good feminine energy here. So this first option that we're talking about is something that you feel really comfortable, connected to, and you feel like there's a cosmic connection with it, in something very special about this option, because it's very clear. There's no sort of there's no confusion here. The communication is very good, and like if you're in a workplace, you feel like you have good people around you, so the communication is good. And if it's a love situation or a family situation, then this option is the one where you feel like you're fully able to express yourself, or if you're not able to express yourself, you're just able to be yourself. You don't have to think too much about who you need to be and what you need to do. Sorry, I've just got loads of messages coming, so I'm trying to phrase it together. But yeah, this is somewhere that feels like home. That's what this option is. And what I'm seeing is that this option is actually coming to a completion. You have learned a lot from here, and it's time to show gratitude. And it's time to understand that this option has got you to where you needed to be, which is why I felt that this option might be applicable to you if you're someone who's looking to move on to get married or move on to a new long-term relationship and you're leaving someone behind. Could be not leaving someone behind, but it could even be just moving away from your family home, something like that. Because what I can see is that you're ready to move on. If you're in a situation where you feel like you're really attached to where you are right now, please understand that you have really done your best and you've gained what you needed to from the situation. And now it's time for you to move on. Moving on does not mean that you have to cut ties from this place, because that's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that you know, like if there's a plant and you water it, you put it in like a plant pot, and it grows and it grows and it becomes really beautiful. There comes a point where sometimes when there's a really big plant, you can't have it in that flower pot anymore because it won't be able to grow. The roots need more space to grow, and you have to take that, you know, plant out of the flower pot and you have to put it in the ground. That's what I'm seeing. It doesn't mean that, you know, you're not thankful, or I can see that for some of you this is like a difficult decision to make. Yeah, but whatever it is, it needs to change. It needs time to develop. You know, you need to understand that whatever this other option is, although it might seem challenging and it might seem hard, it's something that requires you to look at the other perspective and understand that you actually, you know, you need to understand your true feelings for this option, whatever this option is. For example, if some of you are, if you're listening to this from a career perspective, it could be that you've been doing a job that you feel really well settled in and you need to move to a new option, and that might be a business or something that you want to start on your own, maybe even if it's on the side. This message, if you're seeing this video right now, it means that you should go for it. You know, it doesn't mean that you have to abandon your previous job right now, but what it's showing me is that explore this new option. And a very big yes for this is this card. It's the very, very first card. It's a number 0 card in tarot deck. It's called the Fool, and the whole tarot is based on the Fool's journey. So Fool does not mean fool, by the way. It just means someone who is starting a new journey, excited about it. And that's what I see. That is what you need to do with this new option that's coming ahead for you. It's going to bring a lot of happiness, but you cannot see this happiness yet. This is a mystery. A lot of you are going through a lot of tests at this point, emotional tests. You know, your patience is really being tested, and everything that you need to do, it needs to be not just from here, not just tactical and logical. You need to marry up your emotions, not just emotions, but like your spirituality into this situation. Because there's a lot of it that you cannot see yet, but this is related to your purpose and your past life. So there's a very deep meaning here, and you may not be fully able to decode it yet, but you're gonna have to listen to your inner voice. You're going to have to listen to your inner voice, because this is something that seems a little bit difficult right now. And there will be challenges. There will be some challenges, which is why you're feeling undecided. Because I feel like if you could see the whole picture right now, you may not actually be undecided. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. And especially if you're in a situation where you're in a love situation and you're thinking about moving on or talking to the person that you love, or thinking about committing to them, like long term, get married to them, engaged, anything like that, this is a big yes. But what I'm seeing is, if this is a love situation, then this person, your person, needs to go through a transformation, and they are going through something in their own world where they need a lot of help and support from their spirit guides. They need a lot of support, just spiritually, possibly from you as well. So they just need that little bit of time and space. It doesn't mean that you have to use your energy and do something for them. It just means that you have to be in that space where you're understanding and just giving them the time to work things out, and also giving yourself the time, because it's not just about them, this is about you. If this is a career option, you know, if you're watching this from a career point of view, it means that you need time to build this project, this career path. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It is something that's going to take time, because this is a transformation that is happening. You know, this is not something that's just going to be like done. You just, you know, you work through it one or 2 months and you're there. No, this requires you to grow as a person. This requires you to I'm really getting the sense that this is more of a spiritual path. You know, you may not see it, and that's why this is also so different to what you've been used to, because you're going to need to apply spirituality in this. Spirituality in this, you know, that means that you need to really understand your essence and your place in what this option is and what you need to do. You're gonna need to break a lot of norms. Whatever situation you're watching this for, career, love, anything, for this option, kind of seems like you're supposed to sort of, it's meant to be, but you're going to fight a lot of societal norms. So anything that society believes is good for you, anything that people believe is good for you blindly, you know, if they say, oh, that's how it always happens, so that this is what you're supposed to do. No, this is your time to speak up and understand what's important to you, understand how you're different from society, and understand that there's more to you than what other people see, and you need to discover the real you right now, because this new path that's coming along, that's going to help you discover the next level of who you are. And that's why this is really, really important. So yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of coded messages in this, but I feel like some of you really needed to hear this, because what I'm seeing right now is a Page of Wands. But this deck has a lot of feminine energy in it. It has a lot of caring energy in here. It's not the classic, you know, it's someone who's really excited to go on an adventure, and someone who really, really cares about the people that he or she loves. So that's who you are. You're going to become a really beautiful person. Have that faith in yourself that whatever you choose, you're going to be someone who is going to keep growing. You are in a place where you need to shed some old parts of yourself. You cannot just continue to be the person that you are forever. You're gonna need to change, and you're gonna need to accept that change. You know why? Because there's a lot of magic coming up for you. The Magician doesn't just mean magic. The Magician means, this is the next card after the Fool, by the way. So this is the first card. The Magician means that you are ready to come into your full power and connect with the heavens, connect with the earth, and to really do something that is magical. You know, you're about to discover something really, really big about yourself. I think this really relates to your soul purpose and your potential. It's going to give you wings. The wings that were clipped long, long ago. You are going to give yourself wings. If you need to connect with anyone right now for help, connect with your higher self. Journal, talk to yourself, think about where you want to be. You know, if you don't get what I mean by connect with your higher self, maybe think about it, you know, in a way that if you had no sort of boundaries, nothing holding you back, where would you be? Or maybe where do you want to be in the next 4 or 5 years? And who is that higher self? Who is that version of you? And where do you want to be? What is he or she saying to you? Think about that. And yeah, so I hope that was useful, and I hope that helps you in understanding yourself better. I think more than making a decision, this whole theme right now is about you being able to understand where you are, where you stand for yourself, and what you need to do. There's a lot of inner work involved here. There's a lot of, you know, to understand yourself, you need to let go of certain parts of yourself that don't serve you anymore, which is what it means here. If you don't have the clear 2 options and you're still here watching this video, that means you're choosing just between yourself. This is a very spiritual message. Yeah, it means that you're growing to be someone who's going to have so much knowledge, so many versions of herself. I've got the High Priestess card here, and yeah, it's just, there's immeasurable potential that lies ahead. So take your time, don't rush into it, because this is a process, but don't fear anything. You know, you've got this. You've really got this. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. And yeah, if you found this helpful, drop a comment, claim this, by saying the sun. The sun. Yeah. Claim it by saying the sun. Yeah. And if you like this video, then please subscribe. Thank you.